One of the most abused visa systems in our current immigration system has been the H-1B non-immigrant visa program. What this proclamation will do is raise the fee that companies pay to sponsor H-1B applicants to $100,000.
We need workers. We need workers. We need great workers. And this pretty much ensures that that's what's going to happen.
Imagine graduating from an American university and being told you now owe $100,000 just to keep your job. That's exactly what happened last month, when the Trump administration dropped a bombshell on H-1B visa holders.
$100,000 per year. So the whole idea is no more will these big tech companies or other big companies train foreign workers. They have to pay the government $100,000, then they have to pay the employee. So it's just not economic. For $100,000 a year for H-1B visas, and all of the big companies are on board. We've spoken to them about the gold card.
They love it. They love it. They really love it. They need it.
Panic spread across Indian WhatsApp groups, US tech companies froze sponsorships, and immigration lawyers called it the death of skilled migration. But now, there's a massive twist. The US government has quietly issued a clarification that could save thousands of Indian professionals and students from this nightmare. How did we get here? In September, President Trump signed a proclamation introducing a steep $100,000 annual fee on every H-1B sponsorship. That's roughly 90 lakh Indian rupees per worker per year, an impossible cost for most employers. The rule was scheduled to take effect on September 21st, and overnight chaos began. US firms paused hiring, Indian techies panicked, and international students feared their career dreams were over. For 3 weeks, there was total confusion about who would have to pay: new applicants, existing visa holders, or students on OPT. Nobody knew until now. So who's actually safe and who isn't? The US Citizenship and Immigration Services has finally clarified the rules. The new fee will not apply to anyone already inside the United States on a valid visa. That means if you're currently on an H-1B, an F-1 student visa, or even an L-1 transfer visa, you're safe. The agency also confirmed that existing H-1B holders can travel freely in and out of the US. No new restrictions, no extra payments. And for international students about to switch from F-1 to H-1B, the so-called change of status, there's more good news. You won't pay the new fee either. In short, the $100,000 shockwave has been contained. Why does this clarification matter so much for India? Because Indians are the backbone of the H-1B program. Out of roughly 300,000 H-1B workers in the US, nearly 70% are Indian nationals. The visa allows skilled professionals, engineers, developers, scientists to live and work in the US for up to 6 years. For decades, it's been a gateway to upward mobility for Indian families and a talent pipeline for America's biggest tech firms, from Amazon to Google. Experts warned that Trump's original fee would kill the program outright, pricing out startups, mid-sized employers, and even some Fortune 500s. With application costs jumping from a few $1,000s to 90 lakh Indian rupees per worker, the entire system would have collapsed. But even with this relief, the fight over the $100,000 fee is far from over. The Trump administration is now gearing up to defend its H-1B policy in court, facing multiple lawsuits challenging the legality of the new fee. At a White House press briefing, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt doubled down on the administration's stance, saying the system has been exploited and spammed with fraud.
The president's main priority has always been to put American workers first, and also to strengthen our visa system. We know for far too long the H-1B visa system has been spammed with fraud, basically, and that's driven down American wages. So the president wants to refine this system, which is part of the reason he implemented these new policies. These actions are lawful, they are necessary, and we'll continue to fight this battle in court.
Leavitt's comments came as the US Chamber of Commerce filed a legal challenge, joined by employers, unions, and religious groups in California and Washington, D.C., arguing the policy is unlawful and harms US industries. In short, the battle over the H-1B visa fee has now shifted from panic to the courtroom. So, is this just a temporary relief? or a sign that America still needs Indian talent more than ever? For now, the storm has calmed, but the message is clear. US immigration can flip overnight, and India's tech workforce remains on edge. What happens next, especially if Trump pushes stricter reforms, could decide the future of thousands of Indian families living the American dream.